Are you drinking?
No, but seriously, she got that surgery, but it didn't really. It's not like I was like at the hospital for that long. My sister's staying with her for a couple weeks.
She's gonna be really impressed with how fast she recovered. Like it's the knee surgery is like so different than it used to be.
It is crazy that in this day and age, if you're getting kind of up there in years and you have insurance, they'll just be like, "I will just replace whatever, like just
Yeah.
literally replace whatever's ailing you." Like
Yeah, yeah. You need a hip? Bitch, we got you. Let's go.
hip, shoulder, elbow, hand, like
Yeah,
anything, like foot,
yeah.
ankle, knee. I mean,
And
it's
it's
like it's
fast. I
getting
had
like
a girlfriend that had it done.
real fast. Yeah.
She's had a double knee replacement. She's up doing stuff. It hasn't been 6 months. Yeah.
I was thinking that at some point very soon it will become so fast and cheap and efficient that they'll start offering it to people in their 50s, like that don't even have that big a problem. But it's like,
Yeah.
just do
Ooh,
it
I got a
now.
knee. I
Do
got a
it
trick
now.
knee.
They'll just be like, your insurance will cover it. Do it now. And then you'll just be walking fine until you're 100. Like,
Yeah.
why wait till you're 75 and like limping for months at a time? Like, just do it now.
Yeah. Kylie wanted me to go to Disney World with her. And I'm like, baby, I got a bad knee. Like, I can't be walking all around Disney World. Yeah. Yep, yep, yep.
Oh, fuck. Hold on.
I got all kinds of bad stuff, but it's starting to catch up with me a little bit, but I can still power through whatever.
Yeah, of course.
I'm starting to feel shit on my lower back, like on the left side. I can't drive
Well,
for a
you
certain
gotta
amount of time.
stretch your back. You gotta
I
stretch your back.
remember the time in my life, and I was like in my early 30s, where I was starting to be like, man, I hit my knee on the, like I hit my toe on the corner of the bed or knee on the corner of the bed, and it like I swear to God, like that it would usually go away in a couple days.
Uh-huh.
But now it's like it still hurts after a week. Like
Yeah.
what's
What?
happening to me? What is what?
Yeah, it's like surprise.
Yeah.
And then you have younger friends, you tell them, and you're just like, what? It's
So
like, oh,
don't worry,
you'll
you'll see what I
just wait,
mean.
just wait.
Just you wait, mother
Fuck.
effers.
I'll be
Um,
right back, then we'll get started.
sure.
Okay.
How do you undo shit? Damn it.
I don't know, Mushroom Manny.
No,
Mushroom Manny, you
I
better slow your mushroom down. Mushroom Manny.
oh my God.
Sorry. We're not live, right? Are we
Yes,
live?
we
Oh, we are
are.
live.
I was gonna say I messed up
Oh
the notes that you
shit.
sent me
Oops.
and I inserted some fucking tables and I deleted the topics because I'm a buffoon.
Who's CW?
Oh,
Oh, CW. CW. W. CW. Who is that?
it's Quana with a C. I don't know.
I think I'm stop being cute. That must be Sarah.
There you go.
I love her.
Hey, can you do me a favor and reshare that note with me again, please?
I just sent it to you.
No, I know, but I fucked it up. I apologize. I'll be right back as well.
Also posted in the group. You missed a whole storyline today, buddy. Oh
I was waiting for you to look up.
my.
Oh, you
Oh,
go, boy.
oh my God. He's so
It's a
cute.
she. How dare you? Don't you see her eyelashes?
Fuck, that's a cute dog. Oh, what's her name? Why doesn't she have like a bow in her little
She's
ear?
Birdie.
Birdie. Oh my
Birdie.
God. I love that name.
She's tired
Oh
though.
my God, are your kids just obsessed?
They love her.
She's a runner.
Yeah.
Oh God, she's cute. I wasn't prepared for that. That is a cute ass dog. Dang. Manny, I lost you erased it or something. What did you do to my note? How did you do that?
Do what?
The note that I sent you is gone and it no longer exists
Hmm?
Oh
within my
wait,
notes.
it's not there for you either?
No, you did something to it.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Oh, Manny. Something. You better
Uh,
hope this is in the group or else you're done with your fucking mushrooms. I'll tell you that right now.
What
look,
happened? I'm not really sure what's going on. What are you guys talking about?
Manny lost the notes,
What notes?
the note for tonight. And I
The
sent it
topics you
in
mean?
my actual notes. Like I sent it from my notes app and he edited it within the app. All
Oh. I think I
right,
posted
Manny.
it though, right?
Yeah, that's what I said. It's in the group too. He's on mushrooms. This might not work. None of this might work.
Pulling a Jaden.
It's pulling a freaking Jaden.
far from it. But I got the note. I got the note. We're good.
Oh, it's Charles. I'm sorry, Charles. I
Ugh.
am cute though. It's not stop. It's my brain. I'm in menopause. Can't think.
All
Hmm.
right.
Happy Friday, Charles. I was wondering about you the other day. Where you been, buddy?
All right, Senor, go ahead and start recording the audio.
I need a second here. Episode 184.
There you go. 3, 2, 1. Let us roll.
Good evening, Endless Ranters. Welcome back for episode 184 of your Endless Ranters podcast. We appreciate your support and we do what we want, or we do what we want and we appreciate your support one way or another. My name is Chris, aka the original Solar Flare. That's ridiculous. I know. That is, I've never done anything to even try to make that claim.
Did
Yeah.
you ever wrestle
But
in
and
the
anyway,
80s with Ric
no,
Flair?
no, it's like this is completely. This is I'm stealing valor here from people that should be called the original Solar Flare. Apologize. And I'm
Yeah.
one of your hosts for this evening. I'm joined by other hosts. It's the I don't know, soggy mom, but
The opposite of
slowly
a solar flare.
slowly approaching crunchy mom status.
Ooh, rolling
Mostly
in.
not because she loves the environment, mostly because she's afraid to leave the house. It's Quana. How you
Yeah.
doing?
Not afraid to leave the house. There's just so much going on
There's just
out
no
there.
need. Well,
There's no
no.
need to. That too. That too.
I thought you were going to say, I just don't want to, but then you were like, I'm not afraid to leave the house. There's just so many scary things going on out there. It's like, what?
I also don't want to.
No.
I
Okay.
love that, like, I can just be like, hey, I need to bring this
Hmm.
home, or I'll just order it. Just, I mean, there's a lot. Every time I go out, I'm just like, ugh, like, smells weird.
The modern world was made for
Ugh.
recluses. I'll tell you that.
Well, I like
It's
it.
very recluse friendly.
I love it. I
I
love
mean,
being in
like
my house.
they used to make movies that would like mock agoraphobic women. Not that you are,
Yeah, no, no, no.
but like they
No,
used to
no.
make fun of that stuff. And it's like
Grey
now it's like
Gardens. It's
now they
me.
cater to that. Now it's like
Yeah.
we'll deliver your stuff within an hour for free.
Yeah. Fuck yes. Whatever you want.
Yep. And
Whatever.
then there's a man with a plan. It's producer Manny. What's going down, Mole Man?
Chilling, son. Flying by the seat of my pants.
Mm.
Yep.
What kind of pants you wearing these days?
Burlap.
I have to ask.
Mushroom laced yoga
Burlap.
Burlap.
pants.
Yeah.
Fun guy.
So you're flying like half an inch off the ground. Just curious. You're gonna say Jordache jeans or something.
No, I like to keep it real old school and be like, let me make mine out of potato sacks.
All right, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Do you guys, this is not on our topics, but do you guys have like an Army Navy surplus store? You ever been in an Army Navy
Yeah,
surplus store
Yeah, we used
1,000,000%.
to.
recently or like a long time ago?
What's a long time ago? Let's get that out of
10
the way.
Yes.
more than a decade.
Okay, then yes. straight
Okay,
up.
yeah, no. No, it's been at least
More than a
15
long
years
time
for
ago.
me.
Yeah, for me
Same.
it's been even longer, but they used to be popular and it was like before Old Navy,
Hmm.
where they started manufacturing like worn cargo pants. Like you could go to Army Navy, like I'm not like in the 80s.
Yeah.
You could go to an Army Navy surplus store, which there were many. It was kind of it was as common as a vape shop today, you know.
Okay.
I think that's what it
And
was.
buy like you'd buy like real used cargo pants from like that were worn by a soldier that were just I guess turned back in when they
They were
you know
done.
left the service or
That must be like a guy thing because like no, I mean I remember the stores, but I was always like we would look at like what just like what was in there that like the canteens and the weird
yeah, I
camp
mean, no,
stuff.
no, that was big. A big part of it was like looking at all these things. They'd have like grenades. You know,
Yeah.
my mom would never buy me one of those, but like she would buy
Of
me the
course.
card. She would like, I'm talking
She's
about the
like, but
stuff that I
these
would actually
pants.
get. She'd buy me used pants.
If I could go back
Gotcha.
in time, I'd go to Chris's first grenade chapter in his life.
Oh
We
yeah,
went
now
to
I realize I was
the
just getting.
Mormon
We were
thrift
just getting
stores for
cheap. We were
clothes.
just getting cheap pants.
Yeah, we went
That
to
would
the Mormon thrift stores for clothes.
you can get cheap pants that would last like a world war for
Literally.
Right.
$3. They were also very useful. Like had a lot of pockets, a lot of stuff to store
Yeah.
places,
You
store
could
things.
sell those now for so much money. I bought a like a army shirt from Vietnam and from the war, and I think I probably paid $150 for it.
Bet it's like toys and like children's toys and current clothing. Like I bet like the cargo pants you bought in the Army Navy store in the 80s would still be around today. And like if you bought
Yeah,
stuff in an Army Navy store today, it'd be like tactical gear that disintegrated because it was made out of like all kinds of weird.
right,
It wasn't meant to last.
right.
It was meant just like all of our other clothing was meant to be replaced multiple times. Like
Yeah, yeah,
it
yeah.
wasn't meant to
That's
last a
unfortunate.
whole war.
Like the Levi's.
Anyway, just harkening back to a different time.
Yeah.
Now you can go to Old Navy, or I think I've never been to Old Navy in a long time, but you can just buy a bunch of like, what looks
You
to be old
you don't go to Old
cargo
Navy
They
and for the
pants.
call it
4th
they
of
call it
July to get
distressed,
your
man. Distressed. That's the term you're looking for.
you don't make your kids wear
Distressed.
the Old Navy 4th of July shirts with the flags on it?
Mm-mm.
No, man, that's
That's what's
too
wrong.
right wing
That's what's wrong with our
fascist
country.
look.
We need to
You
be
can't be
wearing
doing
those
that.
flag shirts for the 4th of July.
I feel like there's other ways to show your patriotism
On the
and
4th?
without like giving, you know, Old Navy Corporation Gap Incorporated
I'm just telling you right now, my
any
kids
money.
grew up in the 90s, and that is a 90s staple,
You know
the Old
what?
Navy flag shirt.
I've said it before, like my sister had boys, so she gave us a lot of hand-me-downs. So we had like all kinds of hand-me-down Old Navy USA.
Yeah.
Like, so
Hella.
I'm not
Yeah.
principled against it. I'm just saying I didn't have to buy it.
Okay,
My
good.
sister
Yeah.
spent that four
It's a
dollars and
big
ninety nine
deal.
cents on
Yeah.
that that 4th of July t-shirt that but then again, like
Yeah.
that's why I say the hand-me-down, like things that I bought at Old Navy in like the 90s or the hand-me-down stuff for kids that my sister gave me from like the 2000s,
Right.
early 2000s, lasted.
Yeah.
But if you go to
Oh,
like get
yeah.
a t-shirt at Old Navy today, it's not gonna last a year. If you actually wear it
For sure. A
regularly,
million
it's not gonna
percent.
last.
It's not built
Yeah.
to last.
Yeah, they used to have the best jeans. My kids have always had long legs, but they're super skinny. And they had like this like elastic that was like built into the waistband. So it wasn't like a stretchy waistband. It was like a piece of elastic that was sewn into the actual denim and it had a button on either end. And so you could like cinch it up like for the little skinny kids. Love that. They probably don't even make those anymore because the kids are fat.
I I think like Old Navy probably was like set out to make the cheapest clothing possible, and then they were just like, we made this stuff too good.
Yeah,
We
maybe.
fucked up, y'all.
like,
We
like
got
we
turned
can,
back.
yeah, we can go with a lot cheaper. Like for
Yeah.
these people have seriously low standards and
Yeah, they don't
a
care.
lot of expendable income, it turns out.
And they will stand on a line. Man, every time I've ever gone to Old Navy, like the line is ridiculous.
I don't know what it is in me, but no,
Wow.
no, 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 no. I will not wait
Yeah.
in line. I'm not going to wait in line to give anybody my money.
No.
Damn you. Damn. How dare you?
Open a
Oh,
register.
get upset about
You
this stuff.
sounded like someone's aunt just now. You said, "Oh,
Like restaurant, I don't care if you're like what you are, like what how good your pizza is or your fajita meat, whatever. Like you're gonna make me stand in the
not your
parking lot.
fajita me."
You're gonna make me stand in the parking lot for with everybody for like an hour. Like
So wait, does
Yeah.
that mean that you don't fuck with barbecue joints? Because I know some of them have like these ridiculous wait times out there in Texas.
uh not if they made me wait, no. I'm never I will go to like a chain barbecue place, but I'm never
What
gonna
if
go
like
to
your
a
family is like excited to eat somewhere? Like, would you like wait if like everybody was excited to try a new place?
well, if they were, I mean I obviously I failed at that point.
Okay. You're
No, but like
right.
I'm not going to go to I'll go to like a chain or somewhat of like an established barbecue place that is open that like makes that serves so many people that they've got food all the time. But I'm not going to go to one of these places that is like you show up at lunch and maybe they run out, maybe they don't. No,
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
that is crazy.
That is
It's the
crazy.
definition of crazy, as Einstein said. Somebody said that.
Yeah, you tell me. I don't know.
Anyway, I'm trying to find this topic list of
It's okay. I actually saw something that caught my eye that I wanted to start the show.
Yeah, it
So,
remember it
okay,
doesn't
go
have to be
for it.
all of them. It you can just see whatever comes up
Yeah, there's no
conversationally.
rules.
oh,
Right now.
the
Yeah.
I want to know about this easy bake oven, this killer easy bake
I
oven,
will I just had this
and this dog apparently that saved everybody or that outlived
No,
everybody.
no, literally no carbon
yeah.
monoxide for that fucker, which is don't get me started
That
on the
means that dog
canary.
was in on it. If you ask me, if you tell like I don't know, it's kind of suspicious.
There's two parts of this story. There's the news story where some crazy lady that loves to sniff glue or something noticed that the plastic toy was giving off a weird plastic burning odor.
More than usual.
No, her
So
husband was the one cooking with the daughter. I was first of all, I was like, "What are you doing upstairs while your husband's cooking on an easy bake oven?" He
I know
doesn't
what
know how
happened.
to fucking use an easy bake oven.
No, we
The
don't. I
fuck?
know.
And
I
he
messed up the
lost his
first time.
smelling for 3 years since COVID.
Yeah, you
That
don't
plays a
let
key
someone.
factor.
We're trusting him.
Oh, I mean,
I'd read the story.
my wife doesn't already trust me in the first place, but if I told her I didn't have a sense of smell, I mean, I would be on like fucking, I'd be on a leash. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
She'd be like talking to me every day about how can you can't smell danger. You know what I mean? I'd be like be in trouble.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah,
but
exactly. How will you know?
this crazy woman was like like smelled plastic burning and she leaned in. I this is
Your
what
story.
this is how I see this happening. She just started leaning in and being like, "What is that? Do you smell that? That
You
smells
read us.
that smells gross. Like that smells like burning plastic. Doesn't that smell like toxic? Doesn't that smell like burning plastic? It smells like model airplane glue.
That's
I
not what
feel
happened.
I feel
Christopher,
lightheaded
that's
now.
not.
I feel lightheaded now. I've been victimized.
So you just read the story, but I actually saw the mom on TikTok, and this is what
Oh, okay.
happened. She's upstairs. Husband with no sense of smell is downstairs making a double tier red velvet cake in the easy bake oven. First time using it.
Oh,
Why
okay.
why are they
Okay.
attempting to make such a
No, I was
complex
that sounded weird.
pastry
That
in
sounded
something?
strange, but I have also attempted to make a double layer red velvet cake in an easy bake oven. I have. That's not, at
So
first it sounded so gay. And I was like, hold on, I've done
yeah.
that. I've done that.
So the husband's making the easy bake oven, but also has no sense of smell. Um, the daughter said that she smelled something. The mom came downstairs after they had been working on it. The first cake tray came out and it didn't cook. So they
She
put
was
it back
huffing
in
glue
for like,
upstairs.
hey, she said she was folding laundry. I mean, her
She was
story
no, she was
probably
nipping
checks
that
out.
nail polish
Folding
remover
laundry.
like Kitty Dukakis.
There you go.
So, anyways, the daughter was the one after they like scrapped the whole project. They were like, the cake, it didn't work. The first cake didn't set up. And so they were like, F this. So they turned the whole thing
There's
off
no
and it was
setting
done.
up in an easy bake oven. There's no like you can throw all your your classic baking terminology.
Back in the day, they used to cook cake.
Yeah, they used to get they used
My easy
there's
bake
metal.
oven
There's actual
cooked a
metal
cake.
and heat.
Right. Right.
No longer.
Well, so what happened was the daughter couldn't breathe. She kept saying, I'm having trouble breathing. And the mom was like, let's just have dinner and wait it out. And she's like really couldn't breathe. So they took her to the hospital. And on the way to the hospital, the husband was like, you know what? I'm actually having trouble breathing. And then so the daughter and the husband get triaged almost immediately. And the mom was like, while we're sitting here, I am also having trouble breathing. But the problem that I have with the story is that they came back with carbon monoxide poisoning. If that's the case, the dog would be dead. But the dog's fine. She did a
Mhm.
secondary TikTok because everybody called bullshit. Your dog would be dead. And she's like,
Oh,
sorry,
she
my dog is fine.
hmm.
So what
But
you're
I
Well,
didn't
saying
hear
is
like
that
that.
the dog in this scenario is the canary in the coal mine. It survived.
That's
So
what I'm saying. Is so that's where the bullshit came from me. You're just saying,
the canine
that's
in
just the
the
way an easy bake oven smells.
well, number one, everybody should get a bird. I don't have a bird. I should get a bird. We should get a parakeet at least because you never know
I
when
have
the
a
carbon
bird.
monoxide or like the
It's
radon
my
gas is
biggest
coming up
fear.
on you.
It's my biggest fear. Like I haven't cooked
Yeah.
in a pan that's not cast iron. Like I'm terrified that I'm going to kill her. I quit painting my nails. Like I'm terrified that I don't smoke unless she's in bed because I'm
Mhm.
scared I'm going to kill her with my smells. No
Well,
cologne.
it's valid.
Don't come in my house smelling like cologne.
No, no, can't. No Dracoir Noir.
And
No,
no Jacquard Noir.
can't be dousing
wow.
myself in the
Nope.
Noir.
Do
All
not
right,
kill my bird.
whatever. No, I'm not welcome. So the second part of the story is that I was traumatized when I realized that the Easy Bake Oven that some relatives, I'm not sure, grandparents, someone bought my girls an Easy Bake Oven this past Christmas. And I remember Christmas Day doing this double velvet cake that I was trying to make in this Easy Bake Oven and being confused. And they were like, "What is this? Like, this is not an oven." They were like, "This is not an oven."
It's an
And I was
oven
like,
for
"Yeah, you're
ants.
right. This is not an oven. It's not. There's no door. Like, there's no light
There's no
inside. Like,
door.
there's no door that you pull down to put a tray in. Like that's an oven. You put a tray
Oh
in an
my
oven."
God.
But
I
then
am the mother and baker and bad bitch that I am today because
Yeah.
of an easy bake oven. Like you can't believe the shit
they
I
used to
made in
look
my
like
easy bake
ovens. They
oven.
used to look like
They
proper ovens. There was a time when it looked
cupcakes,
there was a
cake.
time when an easy bake oven looked like a metallic oven. They were even like that green color that like 70s kitchens were done in, like the puke green, whatever you want to
I miss
call it,
being.
like Mr. Yeah, like but and there was also a time where they looked like microwave ovens because, let's to be honest, like that was a big part of American culture was
Well,
the
please take
microwave
a
oven.
picture of your easy bake oven and put it up in the group because I need to see
I
what
did. I
the
thought I
modern easy bake
shared
oven
that.
looks like.
Well, the modern Easy Bake Oven is designed and looks like, well, it doesn't look like, because it doesn't look like anything because
The
it's
modern
got
easy
like
bake
weird
oven is
color.
an air fryer. Sorry.
No,
Just gonna-
well, it should be. That would actually, that's a good point because it should go from like classic oven to microwave oven to the Easy Bake Oven should now be an air fryer shape, you know,
Sure.
but they didn't. The Easy Bake Oven in 2023, 2024 is designed to be the shape and function of a fast food tractor oven that you would find at Einstein's Bagels or Subway or Quiznos to toast your sandwich.
Right, right,
Oh,
right.
like a little flat thing that pushes in?
Little conveyor belt or whatever.
Yeah, it's got a tractor belt on it, and you push it into one end because you're serving other customers. You're working, you like
A
imagine
little
yourself,
line.
little girls, imagine yourself working in a retail environment, serving, making sandwiches for
Stop.
people at the airport and having
You're
to be on a
kidding
time.
me.
I'm not kidding. And I don't
Not
know if I
baking?
don't, and I'm upset. I'm upset about it because it's like,
I'm upset
that's
now
the
too.
message. What Manny said, air fryer, like, so classic oven, metal 70s kitchen oven, 60s, 70s kitchen oven, microwave oven of the 80s, 90s, whatever,
Sure.
air fryer oven of the 2010s, 20s, but they didn't. They went to retailed employee, tractor fed on a timer, toast your bagel before I put a slab of cream cheese on it for you and ring you up at the register. That was the
Wow.
design.
We just blew the lid off another pipeline, everybody.
That's so gross. I don't like that. I really don't like it's because they don't want little girls to like be like a baker, like a batch of cookies. Like
I
that's how you
don't,
get a
so
man.
like, I would like to, like, my part of my commentary is I don't actually know why. I'm just saying what
That's
is.
why.
I'm just saying
That's
what is.
sad. That makes me sad.
What is that they didn't continue making the easy bake oven, the microwave oven, or the oven that most parents
Baked.
use to
Yeah.
bake things. They chose a tractor, like a retail
It also taught your children
style
that like there was like some
bagel
consequence to being
submarine
burned,
sandwich.
right? Like
Oh
hot
yeah,
things
that was a
were,
very
you didn't
important
fuck
lesson
around with hot, like that was a very important lesson.
for my generation. That was a very important lesson. The easy bake oven would burn you.
It's hot.
It was hot metal.
There's a mom on one of the socials that like she lets her act, she has like a little kitchen and her kid actually cooks with fire and like has little pots and pans and he's like a toddler and like you should learn that stuff in the kitchen is hot. Like that's such an important lesson.
Is that what one would call a radical parent?
I don't know. I mean, I think everybody parents differently,
Nowadays, it's
but
like you need to, like, it's like, don't worry about getting
fuck what
burned. Like,
Mattel's trying to teach your kid.
maybe nowadays the lesson from the easy bake oven is don't worry about getting burned. Worry about toxic odors giving you cancer. Like,
There you go.
Bro,
like,
bro.
worry about toxic odors coming from everyday products you buy that will kill your family.
Yeah. While you're at
Obviously,
your job at Subway
but
making
it
bug
is, it,
sandwiches.
I didn't really put two and two together until like a couple days ago where I realized like, yeah, that's the tractor feed retail sandwich toasting device that they designed this thing out of.
Crazy.
No one in their home, no person in their home baking has this designed oven.
Even if you have like a broiler, it wouldn't be this way. It would be like something that you put in and
Yeah, it's
pull
like you
out.
put it like just yeah, it's like you put it in one way and it's supposed to like
You're
just kind of
right.
go under the elements and like it's on a timer. So the tractor's like
It's a bagel.
it's keeping the bagel under the heating element that it's going at exactly 675 degrees for 45 seconds exactly to produce the same product every time. And that's
So
the
did your red velvet set up? Did it like turn into a cake? Was it
no,
edible?
I had no idea. I just, I
Okay.
really did a bad job reading the directions.
Because I can still remember the
Misunderstood a
way
lot of
like
things. I didn't
my
measure
little
things
cakes
properly.
tasted. And there was like real
Yeah, my
product
sister,
that came out of my
yeah,
Easy Bake Oven.
I didn't have one, but my sister had one, and it was the real deal. It was like it was something to be feared. Like when she said like don't mess with it, I was like 5 years her junior. I was like, okay, yeah, like, I don't want to get
Yeah.
burned. I don't want to get burned or electrocuted. Like those are real
Right.
things.
Electrocution. Forgot about that.
Yeah, those are like there weren't safe. There was no safety, like anything. Like there
So
was
much
just like,
electrocution fears for Generation X, like so much electrocution. I still struggle with like leaving a plugged in curling iron on the counter. Like I could never brush my teeth next to something plugged in, like ever,
oh yeah, I remember
ever.
like you go upstairs in the attic and there just be like loose wires hanging down because it's like like electrical tape costs something. Like why in the attic anyway? What you shouldn't even be up here. That's your safe. Your problem is you even came up here. Like I didn't
Yeah.
feel the need to secure these live wires because you're not even supposed to be up here. Damn it!
True. It's so true.
It was very much there
Correct.
is
Different time.
you are not safe. I
Yeah.
saw that today, like because like the Generation X, like the '80s, like they were always showing documentaries on nuclear war. Also, so
Yeah.
if you're like nowadays you have to protect your kids from pedophiles on TV and all that stuff and weird
Sure.
messages, but like
Sure.
back then your parents were like doing shoulder rolls out of the bedroom to turn the TV off because there was like a nuclear bomb going off and melting people.
Oh,
Like they
oh
were
yeah.
literally show like there
No,
were
I saw
always
Faces of Death at a very young age. There were no shoulder rolls in my
well
house.
that
Like,
well yeah I saw that too. Like I was actually on a trip without parental without parental supervision the first time I saw Face of Death, but even on like Nightline and like major network outlets, they were showing pictures of crash test dummies and houses being like incinerated
yeah,
by nuclear bombs. And
yeah.
I'm like, I'm, I'm like 10 years old. It's 1982. And I'm like, oh, it's time to
We
live
did
it
watch
up.
the space shuttle blow up too. Like we've seen a lot of
Yeah.
disaster
I've thought about it. I don't
horror.
know. I haven't really sussed it out yet, but I thought about like how when I saw that, like imagining myself living to 50 was just
Oh,
not a thing to do because there were
no.
like Ted Koppel Nightline every night, Sam Donaldson, all these guys. They were like just showing these videos, like government videos of the test sites.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And they're like, it was kind of, it was kind of like a, don't worry, but here you go. Like, watch this. Don't worry, but here, watch this.
I used to tell my mother that I
It's
wanted
scary.
them to play the Sesame Street song at my funeral because I knew I was going to die young. Like, I would tell her that. She's like, "You're such a creep." She
Yeah.
called
And I
me a
don't want to
creep.
overgeneralize, but I just like, I
No, it was
wonder,
scary.
maybe I was always going to be like that, but like, cause I'm kind of like that. That's the kind of person I'm a little bit more in the moment than long-term thinking kind of person. But
Mm.
like, I wonder if that was affected by the fact that I was like
Under your desk,
scared
hiding
to,
at school,
well, no,
alone without your parents.
I wasn't in the generation where you had to do like the bomb alert, hide under your desk. I was in the generation where they were just showing you there was no point in getting under your desk. You were going to get melted.
Oh,
Like
okay. Well, I was under
for
the
real.
desk.
Like that was the message in the 80s was, or at least in Baltimore,
Yeah.
you know,
California, we were under the desk.
it was like the message in the 80s about World War III and nuclear war was that if you're not in the middle of nowhere, like if you're in a major city center, like it doesn't matter what you're under, you're done. You're like melted. I'm not even sure if it's true. Probably is true because there's so many nukes and missiles and so much overkill and redundancy and making sure everybody's wiped out. Like
Have you
it's
seen the
probably
Joe
true. But
Rogan, the dude that was on Joe Rogan that talks about those videos that we saw of like the atomic bomb and like what about the camera? Like that
yeah, some
it's
people think they were fake. Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know.
Some people.
Who put that camera there? Why did that survive?
Uh, there was such a thing as zoom lenses.
Who set
And
up the
also
camera?
I think that
Sorry.
there's if you yeah, you know what? To be fair, those videos were probably reenactments of some kind.
This
Like
explosion has been
mainly
dramatized
the
for
But I wouldn't
reenactment.
because I well, it's almost like it's like this. It's I'm not sure if I'm helping my point or not, but it's like when all the UFO footage comes out from like 2022 of an F-35 that cost $80 million to build or $80 billion to build, but the footage is real grainy.
Right.
It's like because if you're gonna take like live footage at in a dogfight, like we're not gonna commit a lot of it may not be in 4K. So I don't know. I'm not sure if I helped her.
Did you guys hear that we went back to the moon today?
I
So
did.
exciting.
Back to the moon.
Was this like an Indian or Japanese Back to the
Nope.
Moon, or like
No, no, no.
graphically
It's us.
illustrated Back to the
It's
Moon, or was it like a
us.
real?
It's us. It was us. It's funny how like they no happen circumstance, like no notice, like nobody no they didn't wheel in cameras for the kids to watch us going back to the moon, nothing.
Well,
Because they know the kids don't care.
I
Just
think
announced it on
I
Fox
don't
News.
know.
Oh, we went back to the moon. Look at us.
I
Look at
think they
us.
did, but no one cares. Like no one just there's
Mm,
just so unless you're like diehard into like Starlink or
Stargazing.
SpaceX.
oh, right.
Unless you're like a real like NASA, SpaceX binocular wearing around your neck junkie, like take off. Like no one really cares about. Like I've seen uh oh crap, drawing a blank, the Bruce Willis movie. I've seen Armageddon. You know what I mean? Like
I'm more of
you're
a
I'm
chef.
sorry, you're really not going to impress me with like landing a small craft on the moon. Like I've seen
Yeah.
Armageddon, like they landed
Yeah.
on an asteroid and drilled into it.
Yeah. Calm down. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Don't put it on the news unless it's a real deal.
So man, it is kind of a hard, but like I appreciate your point though. I think you might be right, but it's like it's really hard to tell like
Gauge
if those
people's
things are being
interests.
suppressed or
Oh.
if like people just don't care anymore. Like it's really hard to impress humans nowadays.
Like if they'd given it a little bit of hype, people probably would have cared. You think it
Elon
would be a
Musk
big
posted
deal.
about
We're
it.
going back to the moon.
Elon Musk posts like dirty memes and they get like tons of hype. He posted it, like he gets a ton of attention. He posted about the fact that this, what was it, Odyssey or Odysseus or I don't know. It's not real creative. It's like a Honda minivan. They named a space.
Right.
They named our second landing on the moon after a Honda minivan.
Yeah.
It's been out for
Boom.
25 years,
Yeah.
but it
Kylie's
is it
got
is
the
high
original
quality.
model.
It is I mean, they command top dollar, really high resale value.
Yeah.
So maybe they're smart. Like they named it. But yeah, I don't know. People, it's like, is it being pushed down or is it being or people just don't care? Because Elon Musk did he
Yeah, you were
did
right. It is Odysseus, by the way. Sorry.
Odysseus. Okay. So it's more like the what is it? The ancient literature,
Yeah.
something. I'll be right back. You guys.
Sure. We'll banter
Sure.
on about the moon. Actually,
Manny.
the chat's been quite lit by
I see that.
yeah,
I see
CW
that.
keeping it lively in there. Thank you everybody at
Is
home
he the
or
CWWWWB?
the CWWWWB.
Dubba
I think it
dubba.
might be him. He's just keeping a low profile. But we appreciate him for tuning in and keeping us lively in here in the chat. Also, to take it back to what was it, the Easy Bake Oven, because I know he wanted to touch back on it. The fact that they used to have a 100-watt light bulb. I don't know. Apparently,
Yeah.
that played a factor into why it would get so hot. So,
Oh
I don't know.
yeah. Yep. But those brownies were fire.
And
Yep. Man, I love an easy bake oven. And I mean, I feel like the love for baking and my love for I loved that. That was it. I mean, I guess it was just different. It was a different time. Like being a mom or being somebody that cooked for a man would be thought of as different than it is today. So just weird that
today it would
it's
be
like
seen as attack
it's an
on
actual
you.
conveyor belt. Like that's so weird. Ugh,
They
that's
want to
sad.
take the
Cute.
they want to extract the love out of food and make it about as a convenient process
Yeah.
as possible.
Yeah, you're right. Like baking is like a big deal. Like, I don't know. I say for little girls because, when I think about like my granddaughters and my friends' little girls and my little girl, like baking is something that like I've done with all of them.
Hmm.
Yeah. Like baking's a big deal. And it is, I mean, yeah, that's sad. That's sad to me that it's turned into, well, and also that it might be killing families with carbon monoxide poisoning, but like that they're not even trying to like make it like an oven. Like that's what your oven looks like. It's,
These
it like,
it's what it all comes down to is that these companies don't give a fuck about us consumers, so
right.
they should stop
Or,
supporting them.
but I don't know, like it seems like that would be even more like if Mattel is making it, they might have a bigger agenda. And it might be like, why do we want a little girl putting some brownies in an oven when we could have a little girl baking a cake and a conveyor belt at a factory? Like it's different. It's different mindsets.
I
Moving back
really
to
appreciate that you're on this easy bake oven topic still.
Well, no, I just want to go back around to it, but because you decided to join us again and, talking about survival and all that shit, we want to know about your mindset. There you go. We want to know how your trip went out to the great outdoors.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, I took my girls or took my girl,
Ah,
one of my girls and my boy.
can
So
you explain why you split the girls?
Yeah, would it
Like,
have
is
been too
do you have
chaotic
a
if you take
favorite?
both?
I have twin girls and they are polar opposites.
Okay.
Mm.
One was totally down with being out there and adventuring and exploring and kind of being a little bit scared maybe, but being okay. And one was like, nah,
Now,
nah,
let me ask you this.
I
One
like my
of them
bed.
also likes
I
you a
like my
lot,
bed.
and the other one is like kind of iffy on
Uh,
you.
yeah, the one that went camping with me was very concerned about I got attacked by all the bees.
Mm.
And the
Okay,
one that
good.
didn't was like,
Let him get eaten
you
by a
probably shouldn't have
bear.
done that. That's what you get for going outside.
Old man.
So they're
Okay.
very different. It's really
Okay.
it's awesome. I love it. I love the differences. Like I was
Hmm.
actually
Yeah, it's
worried that
cute.
they'd be the same. It's weird.
Right. It's
I
impossible.
love the differences. So yeah, my boy and one of my girls came out with me and yeah, it got cold. That's the theme. It got,
You should have brought your Easy Bake
now
Oven with you.
yeah. Well, no, because it doesn't warm up shit. It does a huge electrical draw and doesn't even it barely warms up
Damn it.
moist
Might
cake
engine
batter.
the ER.
It does not set up a cake.
Never mind then. Scrap that idea. Anyway.
But yeah, it got cold. And just, for the record, I barely slept. I mean, I don't know if I even slept the 2 nights we were out there because I was just, was vigilant and we had a propane heater going.
Hmm.
And then we're out there. We're out there like it was a primitive site. So there's not a lot of people around for a long ways. So I just barely slept and I wanted to, but it was okay. I felt good still. So I barely slept. So like my kids were never in danger, but they did wake up at one point. It was like 28 degrees outside. And
Oh no.
they were like, this is too cold, Dad. This, this, this is not right. I can't get warm. Like, yeah.
It's like, let me tell you a
I was like,
story
that's
about
because
your
it's real
grandfather.
cold. That's 'cause it's real, really cold out. Like,
Uh,
let me explain where heat comes from.
yeah.
And like,
Did you do like a cuddle puddle to
oh,
get
and at the
warm?
end, yeah, I was snuggled.
Yeah.
I took turns in both our sleeping bags.
Oh, that's so sweet.
So I had these little 1 pound propane canisters that go about 1 or 2 hours when it's cold out.
Hmm.
They let in
Right.
this portable heater and it's indoor safe. They're very popular. Mr. Buddy,
Could you
Mr.
use
Heater.
those little hand things like to
I ain't
keep?
gonna do
Okay.
it.
No, no, but I mean, you could
You would
throw a
need
couple
like
in the sleeping bag.
you would need a lot of them.
Yeah, they sell them at Costco.
Yeah, you would need like, yeah, you would need to break open like the whole bag of it, the whole Costco box. So, but again, camping is all about like efficiency, and it's like,
Yeah.
Mhm.
you could also bring a bonfire out, but it's real heavy. Or you could bring a
Sure.
bunch of hand warmers out, but they're also like crazy expensive.
Or hear
Right.
me out, you just burn one giant tree. There you
Yeah, there you go. Start a forest fire.
go.
Your fire's going all night though, right? Or no?
No, no, it's not. It's just that's not possible. Like that, you cannot. Like it takes an incredible amount of fuel, wood to keep like a proper campfire going all night. You're lucky if at the end of like the next morning there's still some embers, coals, whatever, and it makes it easier to start a fire up. But it takes well, there's some old
How
school
did you
like
keep those
bushcraft.
kids warm?
I told you I had a propane heater.
Okay.
A
Okay.
portable it's called Mr. Heater is the manufacturer. It's called a portable buddy.
Okay.
So you have these 1 pound tanks of propane gas. They cost like $5 each, maybe at Walmart. You put those in, but
Okay.
they only last a little while. So my plan was like I'm going to put a couple of those in because again, it's like efficiency, like test
Yeah.
yourself, test like how long can you go with minimal resources, and
Yeah.
but they run out real quick, and then it just got real cold. And I put another one on, and like after an hour and a half, it's like gone again. So finally, I hooked up. I had brought a 20-pound propane tank like that you would use for your grill,
Mhm.
and
Right.
brought one of those out. I had a hose where you can actually hook this thing up outside the tent or to a propane tank outside the tent, and then have just steady heat going.
Okay.
And it's not in a small tent or in a kind of a it'll keep like half a tent, half a big tent, pretty not warm, but like you'll be all right.
The
Couple.
chill off. Right. 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 Right.
So, but like, yeah, they were never in danger, but they woke up like, what's happening? Like,
Oh my God.
I can't warm myself. So I had to like, yeah, I had to go to the big propane tank and get it. But then I didn't sleep a lot because I was worried about as much as they say it's indoor
The
safe.
gas.
And
Of course.
I was like
Yeah.
worried
Am I
about,
feeling
well,
sleepy?
but I was worried about like people doing it and saying it's fine, but it's like, well, they don't have the tent I have.
You need a canary.
So I just stayed
Another
up. I
canary.
was just
You
like,
need a
yeah,
dog.
it's just, but it was fine. Like if you don't need to go to the office, drive to the office in traffic for an hour and like deal with bullshit all day for 8 hours, and then like have to drive home in traffic for an hour. It's like you can actually function, like you're out there in the wilderness, just looking at beautiful things and enjoying yourself and relaxing. Like you can function on less sleep,
Mhm.
or yeah, at least for a couple days
I mean, you won't
until
function
the delusion
well.
sets in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
So you start talking to squirrels and having like
Yeah.
deep
That's the phase
conversations
I'm
with
at.
them. Yeah, but it's good. It was really great. Weather was great. Campsite was great. I wanted to
Did
be
I know your son
cold.
likes camping? Did your daughter like is she like I want to go again
Yeah, she would
or
definitely go
okay,
again.
good.
Yeah,
That's
she liked it
cute.
a
Good.
lot.
Do you think she'll talk her sister into doing it too?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, some girls just aren't into it,
Because
and I
I
don't
don't
think you
think
should
she
force
wants
it.
to.
Yeah.
Right. So there's like a calculation like,
Oh,
should I split up Daddy's attention, or
yes. Separate it. Yeah, good for
there's a little
her.
bit of that kind of stuff going on, that
Yeah,
kind
I
of
like that.
dynamic.
Okay.
Yeah, it was great.
Mhm.
I recommend
That's
it.
fun. Fun,
I
fun,
packed too
fun.
much stuff, but I wanted them to have a great time, and
Yeah,
we tested some other equipment and whatnot. So
fun. Good.
recommend it.
Teaching little survivalists. I always say like I only go outside like to walk my dog and stuff, but when it's really cold, like I always think like, man, we are fragile as fuck because when it's 30 and you're out walking your dog and you have all the
Yeah.
layers on and you're still cold, like could you imagine if it was -11 and like, you didn't have a blanket, like or
Yeah,
a
I
shelter?
I will admit that in 2024 this makes me a weirdo, but I do think about that a lot.
I think about it every time I go outside and it's cold.
More
I
Like
than
think
you think
yeah, I
hot
about
at
think
the
the
Roman
about
Empire.
when I think about it's just like, like not that long ago in human history, like when this when the weather got like this, you either need to emigrate your ass somewhere warmer, like
Yeah.
you need to get yourself south, or you needed to be able to start a fire with a flint and rock, or like just, or yeah, you needed to be able to just do some real basic stuff.
Yeah.
That is really basic. It's really easy, but there are a shocking number of people today that have no idea. Like just
No skills.
would literally try to cut down a live tree and like light a Bic lighter to it.
That's why I have
You know what I
100
mean?
lighters sitting right next to me. I'm gonna be valuable one day.
You know, be
When
like,
everyone needs a lighter, I got you.
yeah, you just cut down a tree, right? And just set it on fire, right? It's like,
Sure. Yeah. Nope.
but you know, again, my generation, like older generations grew up like knowing what kindling was,
Right.
like just knowing like other, like multiple ways to make a spark.
Right. Hair. Using hair. Yeah. Sure.
Hmm.
I mean, it felt like my cousins when I was little, it felt like we were always trying to start a fire. Like,
Little
like the
pyromaniacs over
natural
here.
way. No. Like like rubbing sticks and like
Yeah, that was
getting
cool. Yeah.
like
I
a
love the movie
little
Cat. I mean,
rock thing or whatever. Like we
it's a
were
big
always
part of
trying to start a
Castaway,
fire.
the
Yeah.
movie Castaway. Yeah.
Yes.
Like
Yeah. Also,
other than the being alone on an island part, you know, like I really enjoyed the part where he was starting fire, like primitive starting fire
yeah.
and
And
having to
this was
figure it
still in the
out. Right?
70s. Like, I mean, you talk about your 80s childhood. Like, this was like in the 70s still. Like, we were literally out rubbing and trying to get stuff to make fire.
Yeah.
I don't know why that was important to us, but it was.
Yeah. My dad was real into that stuff. Like we lived in the suburbs. He was fine. Like, but he was he was a refugee from North Korea to South Korea. Like when the comment, yeah. So he still had like these real like prepper disaster
Right.
tendencies. So he had a basement, like he had shelves in the basement full of like canned goods.
So smart. So
And
smart.
he was fine, but like yeah, he was very, very much about like make this yourself, learn like just yeah.
Learn how at least.
I mean, I
Yeah.
learned how to start a fire back then.
Good.
And it's so
Good.
it is so base, it is so easy. And there are a lot of people that have no idea.
Easier than an easy bake oven. Is that the real question?
It is because an easy bake oven, I mean, for this man, it was tricky.
Yeah.
And they're junk.
Well, they make the recipe hard, they make it a little bit complex, the red velvet. You don't just make a two-tier red velvet cake,
Well, the truth is, all they care about is the number of units sold. And what is happening, I think, is that it's the name, right? So you have a
They're
lot of
banking on the
you have a lot
name.
of older relatives, aunts and
Trust.
uncles, grandparents
They know what
who
it meant to them.
are looking for a birthday or Christmas gift for young girls, whatever, 5, 6 years old, and they're like, "Well, I wanted an easy bake oven," so they just ordered off Amazon. They don't really like zoom in on the picture to be like, "What the hell is this thing? Like, what is this
Right.
shape like?" There's no door. There's no door. They don't even zoom in to see there's no
There's not
door.
even a fucking
It's
door.
like they want
Yeah.
their kids working at friggin' Einstein. It's like they want their grandkids working at Einstein's Bagels. They're out of the
Insane.
circle of trust. Whoever bought
Our
this, I'm gonna
bagel
find
place
out
is
whoever bought
called
it.
Noah's. What is this Einstein? We have
Oh, it's
Noah's.
just a chain on the East
We have
Coast.
both.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Whatever. Yeah, that's like my first memory of the toaster
Yeah.
oven that had the that
That's
the
the
that the
conveyor
retail
belt.
worker would
Yeah.
there was probably something similar at Sbarro's, to like
Okay.
heat up a piece of a 4 hour old piece of French bread pizza.
Stromboli.
No,
Yeah,
you're right.
yeah,
Oh, I
exactly.
haven't thought of Sbarro's in a million years, but yes, you're right.
Yeah, Sbarro's like invented this thing, this
Yeah.
tractor feed fast food warmer upper thing.
Hey, I have a question for you, both of you, since you're both Gen
Have we
X.
been talking about the Easy Bake Oven the whole time? I lost some
Almost, it
count.
Yeah.
seems like, which
Oh,
is why I gotta
yeah.
ask you to this question since you two are Gen X.
It was my
Why
favorite.
why are you running into more and more woodpeckers?
I called it woodpeckers. Someone else was like a lot of pecker talk, like pecker everywhere. There's peckers everywhere.
And
Listen,
Someone
I
was like,
can't help
when
that
I
I
was growing
woke
up, there were
up.
peckers everywhere. Everywhere we looked, there was a pecker.
No,
I was
it,
saying woodpeckers.
I was talking about woodpeckers too, and I woke
Oh,
up to like 19 woodpeckers in my tree.
yeah. When we were camping, I saw a woodpecker, and I shared the video to you all, and I said, like, this is amazing to me because when I grew up, there were like I thought woodpeckers were fake because I watched
Yeah,
this
yeah,
cartoon called Woody the Woodpecker.
yeah,
and you thought
No,
they were
Woody. Oh,
fake
sorry, it's
because of
Woody
that?
Woodpecker. It was
Right.
yeah.
The
Woody
Woody
Woodpecker.
Woodpecker show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't
Uh,
even
uh,
Woody
uh,
the
uh,
Woodpecker. It was Woody
uh.
Woodpecker,
Yeah. Yeah.
which is even a little bit further than like are woodpeckers real?
Christopher, can I tell you that I feel like I live in a tree house because it's all windows behind me and there's this big tree and I love it. It drops all kinds of leaves and I'm even grateful for the leaves because then in the spring, like the blooms are so pretty, but it draws woodpeckers. And when I tell you, when I moved into this house, the excitement for those fucking woodpeckers, I was like, I went to my phone. I knew it was a woodpecker when I first saw it. It had the red chest. Like I freaking knew exactly what it was. I went to my phone to make sure North American woodpecker, absolutely woodpecker. And then there was like 4 of them in the tree. And this year, like there's so many in that tree. But when I tell you that no one gave a fuck. So when you sent that one lowly woodpecker, I was like, yes,
Someone
fuck yes. Like
find some pecker talk.
I'm so excited about these woodpeckers. Every year I'm like, they're right here in my tree. And Bill's like, I don't give a fuck. Like you have a bird in your house, bitch. Like, shut up. What more do I have to do? And I'm just like, what? Like mind blown every year. And I didn't realize it was because of the show
Yeah.
that it's like so you never see them, but
Hmm?
you know,
I was
I
like,
just
no,
have more than
I
you.
remember I was like
Sorry.
5 years old. I'm looking at it. I was like, there is no way a bird does this.
Yeah, they
There's
do.
no way a bird is out there sitting on a branch, just
Spazzing out on a tree.
like a
Yeah.
machine gun riveting this like tree.
Yep.
Like there,
Yep.
no, stop. But apparently there really is. Yeah. And I saw
Yeah.
one. I took a video of it.
They're
Yep.
out here, man.
Sorry. I didn't mean to be a one-upper, but
No,
I
I don't
didn't
know.
want
It's
to get
okay.
like super excited about yours. I was like, oh yeah, that's cool. Like me too. Yep, sure. And then I was like, motherfucker.
I'm
I
not
just
really
gotta
one
share
up
it.
sensitive. That's something about me that
Oh,
everybody,
good.
yeah.
Good.
I thought my Tinder profile when I was available is like, I'm not really a one up or sensitive kind of guy. Like, if you have a better story, I'm like, I support you. Support it.
Yeah. Well, look what that got you.
Well, look,
Right.
as
Right
someone
back home.
speaking of someone that's a radical Mexican who's always had trouble with sleep, why is it that white people sleep better than me? Can someone please enlighten me?
Smoke detector chirping. I
Is that what it is?
don't know. I didn't read the whole article. I just saw the part where they mentioned that it could be smoke detectors chirping
So you're
because
saying that
Because there's some Somalis who are black, by the way, for the uneducated listeners, who live in Minnesota in apartment complexes, and apparently they feel like the
The
landlord, it's
landlord.
their job to change that 9-volt battery.
Yeah.
not the residents, not the occupants, I should say.
Correct. But I will
Mm.
say, like, I would like to take this on a case by case basis because I'm a very fair person.
Sure.
Because, like, I've had apartments where the smoke detector is really high up, and it's like, what am I supposed to do? I mean, I live in an apartment. Am I supposed to have a 30-foot ladder? Like, am I supposed to have like one of these?
Yeah.
I'm not a contractor, so I mean, I do have one of those ladders, but it's like, am I supposed to have one? Like, what if
Right.
I didn't? What if I
Oh,
didn't feel like I was supposed to have a ladder like that?
I have a
It happened
solution
to
to
my
this
sister-in-law.
problem. The we'll call it the community ladder. Whenever the smoke detector ladder, whenever someone's detector takes a crap, be like, all right, where's the ladder at? Go
Yep.
get it. Let's go. All
Yeah,
right,
well,
put
let's
it
be
back.
honest.
Smart.
These Somalis are living in like 9-foot tall apartments, and then they just don't want to like put a not 99-cent Radio Shack 9-volt battery in that thing.
I
Mine went off the other day and Bill was out of town. and it didn't like chirp like when the battery's going dead, it goes like it's like a beep. It gave more like of an alert, like there was a fire, and I happened to be baking. Lost my earbud. I happened to be baking at the time. And so I was like, oh no. So I turned my oven off. I thought like maybe it was like carbon monoxide poisoning. I wasn't sure what was going on. So I turned the oven off. I opened up all the windows, and it didn't stop so much that I called my neighbor, and I was like, her husband's a firefighter, so I think she knows everything. And she's like, she's probably like 29. Like she's a young woman. I was like, please come over. I need your help. And the whole unit had gone bad. And so it was just like screaming so loud, but the whole like you have to replace the actual thing every 14 years, 10 to 14 years.
I threw my smoke detector out of the house the other day because it would annoyed me. I was
Right
making
then.
bacon. It set it off. I turned it off. A few minutes later, set it off again because of the bacon. So I was just like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm throwing it out of the house until I'm done with this.
But the house is hardwired. This house is hardwired for it. So you can't like make
Yeah,
it
we got
stop.
those things that like you can't. Yeah, it's
You need to get yourself one of them
it could be a
antiquated
psyop. It could
smoke
literally be a
detectors.
psyop where they're just
Yeah.
like, let's every 3 to 6 months, we're gonna terrorize these suburbanites and just
Yeah.
make their lives a living hell because they're gonna change the battery. Because this is what happened. I'm speaking from personal experience where you'll change a battery, go through all the motions, and then you'll go downstairs, you'll put the ladder away, you'll be like, you'll be feeling pretty good about yourself. You crack a
Yeah.
beer, you
Yeah.
accomplish something that day, and
Like
then
what
it
I
starts
just did.
chirping again
Yeah.
because you didn't do
Yeah.
the reset properly because it's not
Yeah. You
totally
got to turn
battery
off the
operated.
power to take it off, and then you got
Yeah,
to put the battery in and then reset it. And that's
this
like I
makes me
broke
angry.
it by taking it off. Like
Yeah.
I was like, I got this. I can fucking change a battery. And I am a person of color, so maybe, maybe I am affected. I don't
We've
know.
entered a
But
weird we've entered a weird world where smoke detectors are both powered by a battery, but then
and the
also
house, the
hardwired
house.
with electricity. And it's like, why? Why?
Yeah.
Why did you need to make it so complicated?
Yeah.
Make it all or the other. Because that is like when I hear a chirp, I get
It's probably
like
a
Adam
failsafe.
Carolla when
Yeah.
he's talking about heat, like getting hot. Like
Yeah.
when I hear a chirp, I get angry because I know that the getting the
It's
ladder
a,
part is easy. The changing
yeah.
the battery is easy. The figuring out how to make it stop chirping part is
Yeah.
is the hardest part.
Yeah. You have to turn the power off before you change the battery.
And by the time I figure it
Google
out,
tells you that. Yeah.
I'm in a blind rage.
Yeah.
Therefore, the next time it happens, I don't remember anything
Yeah. Of
what I
course.
learned the last time because I
It's
was
your
in a
brain
blind
protecting you from the trauma of the
because I
blind
was in a
rage.
because I was traumatized by these smoke detectors that are
Yeah.
battery operated and plugged into your house. Like,
Yeah.
why? And then like someone comes along and being like, uh, you should replace all these. And here's a quote for
Here's how.
$1,500 to replace all your smoke detectors. That
What? No, we replaced it. Don't do that. Don't buy
yeah,
that. That's a great business though.
I wouldn't. I'll just cut the wires.
Yeah.
I'll cut all the
I'll
wires,
cut the
red,
wires and
green,
rely
blue,
on my
black,
nose.
whatever.
I'll just cut the wires and stay up all night. I don't care. You're not going to get this one over. You're not going to win. So I'm talking about becoming ungovernable. Like, I will stay up all
I
night
will
and become delusional.
with canaries on your finger,
I will
just
lose
waiting for
touch. I will
waiting for one of those motherfuckers to drop.
I will lose touch with reality so you do not get your way.
I love it.
My whole
Love
generation.
that.
Just
Yeah.
wait. Just wait till we start retiring and have nothing to
Sure.
lose. Or feel at least feel like we have nothing to lose. Let's just wait.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
Hey, so I want to know about this
Danny, it's
fight.
8:30 before you get started on what you want to know.
I'm ready to go along because we had a lot of things talk. Like there's a cat. Like your cat's gonna keep you up all night. Like we
She's
put a
eating my
list out.
sweatshirt.
What's next, Manny?
All right, last one before we wrap this up. I want to know
Oh,
about
okay.
this fight at the detention center with the police officers and the migrants. The dude that got hauled off at like he was a pig that was about to get roasted. I don't
It
know
was
if
a
you said.
luau.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That
They had
thing
a Hawaiian
was.
style arrest at the New York City detention center.
Yeah, dude. I watched the video. I think I was on my break or I was at home or some shit, and I was just let me check this out, see what's going on, what these police officers had to deal with.
I
And
don't care what kind of
I was
training you
there.
have. Like
I was
it's
there, just like,
those are berserker moments, man, with for humans. Those are so yeah, so there's this Randall's detention center. I don't know. There's there's like everybody said Alex Jones was crazy when he was talking about like they're going to set up migrant camps in major cities across the United States.
Yeah,
It's like they're
he's
literally
so
setting up
nuts.
migrant camps across the United States and major cities now.
Poor Alex
There
Jones. Can you
are
imagine
there are
his wife?
literally there are bids out across the country in major cities saying, please bid on this government project to build a migrant camp in this major city. Uh, hey, what was I? So, what was the question again?
yeah, it was from Randall's Island, the
Oh, so
migrant
yeah,
shelter.
so they've setting up these migrant camps, and there's just hundreds, if not thousands, of people that have kind of nothing to lose or in desperate situations feel like have literally no representation. Right? As an American, I hope Americans like can relate to being in a situation where you have no representation whatsoever and people are just doing to you whatever they want because you have no representation. So it's like they're in these camps and then like there's a crime, the crimes happen in these camps. So of course, like the local police department's like, well, this migrant camps in our jurisdiction. I guess we're supposed to go and like arrest the person for this crime that's been committed, even though they're all illegals. We're supposed to go there, and then they go there to this giant warehouse that's full of migrants that are just let's just say not happy,
Mm,
like
Right.
not living, like not experiencing their ideal life at
no.
this moment in time. Like they're in cots and just living in bad conditions, right or wrong, for whatever reason, right or wrong. But like, and the cops find themselves trying to arrest someone, but they're outnumbered 1,000 to 1 in this giant steel cage match.
I haven't
That's
heard
what it looked
anything
like.
about
Like
this.
where the exits are in the corners and far from you, and you're in the middle of this giant warehouse full
I'm
of
honestly surprised that they didn't get overrun.
me too. I think it's just a matter of time. But I literally like post these thoughts like it is just a matter of time before you see a small New York City, like a small group of New York cops going into one of these places with live feeds of their cameras to where they just get snuffed out. Like you're putting like I mean, I don't really feel sorry for police often, but like they're putting these officers and the video was crazy because there's a female officer they got that's just standing there like
Oh yeah,
and then like a duffel bag flies out of nowhere, just like
hits her in the
hits
head.
her upside the head, and she's bewildered, and all the other cops are just like, "Oh shit! Like what the hell's going on? Like we're outnumbered." And like,
We better get the fuck out of here soon.
and then like to your original question, like kind of like your point about the suspect or perpetrator being hogtied, like it's like they were they were probably trained to detain the person in a more humane manner, but like they've got duffel bags being thrown at their heads and they're outnumbered 1,000 to 1, and they're just like,
Oh no, a hog tie is that. I mean, if the police have to, that's like
well, yeah,
part of it, right?
part of your human survival instinct is like, uh, whatever gets me out of here, like whatever like gets
Right.
whatever like accomplishes my I guess my employment goal and gets me out of here alive the fastest. I don't care. I don't really care if this
Yeah.
guy his knee hurts. Like I'm like I'm in a survival mode. So and
Right.
again, like you can also so I say just it's a matter of time before something horrible happens, like all the people in that detention center just snuff all the cops out. Or
Mhm.
the flip side of that is like the cops on camera live panic, pull out their guns, and just start mowing people down.
That's happening more and more
And
too.
they'll probably go to jail, but they probably shouldn't because it's like, what are people supposed to do in these situations you're putting them in?
I'm gonna get you
What are the
guys a video
migrants?
of
What are
an
the migrants
acorn
supposed to
hitting a
do?
car.
Yeah, what are the migrants supposed to do either? Like
Yeah.
what are they supposed to do when they find themselves in a warehouse of 10,000 people that are like, what are we supposed to do now? Like,
So
like we don't have
weird.
any control, we don't have any autonomy. We have no control over even what happens to us tomorrow.
Mhm.
Mm.
I don't care what color you are, how much money you have in the bank. When you're in that situation where it's just like my autonomy has been stripped from me, it's like you're gonna start going haywire.
And we're seeing that
Mm.
live before our eyes, man.
It's wild, but like it looked like a scene from Reno 911 and
That's so
Nicey
crazy.
Nash, like the police, because the police, the female police officer that got hit with a double bag looked like her character from Reno
Yeah.
911, and it was like, and also the same sense of bewilderment after like she just got hit in the head, and
Yeah.
she's like holding her hands up like this, like what is going like.
Mhm.
Just trying to do our best, and here we are. Like it's,
I'm
you know,
laughing,
the
but it's like,
defunding
no,
of
she should never be in that situation in the first place. This is messed up. Or if she is,
so
she should be
sad.
like, there should be like, they should only be outnumbered 1,000
Backup.
to
There should
like,
be backup.
there should only be like outnumbered 250 to one.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then you think about
Mhm.
like, why do you why does the New York City Police Department need to like order tanks? It's like, oh, that's why.
They defunded their police department.
Because
So
on any given day where there's like some terrible political thing happening, or the Knicks or the Giants win the Super Bowl, like there could be riot. There could be like they need those tanks to like clear the
yeah.
streets. Be something terrible happening, or it could be something really good that happened. Like they're gonna need tanks.
NYC is, yeah, couldn't pay me to live in that city.
It's an
Yikes.
interesting thing about America that it is so kind of controlled. Our culture is so controlled by major like coastal cities, New York City, more I guess in different ways, New York City, Los Angeles are have different powers, but like it is strange like to think that we haven't really like diversified opinion outside of these major like
Right.
northeastern cities, population centers. Like,
We're
hmm.
trying, man, but it's met with a lot of opposition.
Yeah, yeah, I guess that's true.
There's always going to be friction. There's always going to be, I mean, the bickering. It feels like it's gonna get more like intense, but I want to hold out hope for the future that the title shift for the better.
Yeah, as I was saying earlier, like yeah, people at some point people do just get they're just like no. Even Donald Trump, I don't like him, but like at some point
I'm
people do have
not.
a limit to like, all right,
I don't know, those
I
Trump
don't like that. I
derangement
don't.
people, they might not. They're gonna be like,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's true.
more, more, more.
I guess that's how those beatings take place, where like a mob of kids beat up on one kid.
Yeah.
I mean, like because there are some kids that are just like, whoa, this is wrong. Like that's I don't like that kid that's getting beat up on the ground. Like he was
Hmm.
very mean to me, but there's like 10 kids like jumping on his head. That seems
Yeah.
unfair. You know, like
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
if that kid is the bully and he was always cruel to you, you're just still just like, okay, that's a little bit of enough. But
Yeah. I feel like there's
at the same time, of there's 10 kids stomping on him, there's like another 30 kids like being like, go, go, go. And that's like that's your Democrat voter. Like that's a lot of that, like just like the mad, like just crazy mob
right.
who is so angry at that, who is so angry at the bully
Yeah.
that
Well,
they can't,
all you have to do is listen to Bill
that
Maher
they
and
can't see
it's
past
like
it.
that mentality is so articulated if you listen to him. Like it's it's mind blowing. Like I know you think he's whatever, and I think I used to have such like used to really respect him. Like it's just so weird to hear how other people think about these things. Like they think it's for a better cause. Like it doesn't matter. Like it's just crazy. It's all so
Mhm.
crazy. This whole chapter is nuts.
Yeah, but yeah, so yeah, it is. So there are a percentage of people that at some point they're just like, that's okay, that's enough. Like let's start pulling the gang,
Yeah.
pull the mob off this person. I know that person's an
Yeah.
asshole, but it's like
Yeah.
they don't deserve to have their head stomped on. But then
Right.
again, there are even more people in that crowd that are just like, yeah, stomp on his head.
Yeah. No,
Like I'm not
it's
gonna
for the
stomp on
greater
him.
it's for the greater good.
Yeah, they're like, I'm not gonna stomp on his head,
It's for the
but I'm
greater
gonna
good.
cheer the stompers on
Yeah.
because
What they're doing is necessary, damn it.
I hate
Yeah.
that
It's
bully
for
so
the
much.
greater good. That's the verbiage. It's for the greater good.
Because I
Yeah.
hate that bully so much, but it's like they're all just all about no
I
hate,
love how
stop,
we went from mean
stop hate.
tweets to mean memes. It's so good.
It's gonna. I mean, I've said it. It's gonna be the next 11 months are just gonna be
Yeah,
mm,
a lot.
peak peak empire, like just peak.
Peak endless ranters
Coverage along the
discussion.
way. Yeah, for
Yeah.
real.
It could range anywhere from Donald Trump wins in a landslide, and half the country is just like doing like like yeah, suck it, and half the country is like setting themselves on fire. That could be that's
Self-immolating.
one. Yeah, that
What if they have an actual insurrection? If you would
yeah. The other one
I hope
is
not.
like they
No
just
more of that.
the other is like just complete. They're just like seizing his buildings.
Hmm.
Yeah. Oh my
And
God.
as he's trying to like sell Truth Social and take it public, they're just like, no, you can't. We found rules. We found other reasons why you can't. Like everyone else that takes companies public,
Yeah.
you can't
But
do
not you. Not
yours.
you. Yeah.
And people are start getting real out of hand. And I'm talking about whites and blacks both. Like poor people, rich people, people of all
Yeah.
faiths,
Yeah. We got some thoughts.
getting buck wild, getting crazy, like getting real ungovernable,
Yeah. Oh, don't say that out loud.
real
Stop saying
ungovernable.
that.
Like,
Don't say it
I
on
don't know,
our
man. You're gonna
podcast.
get us landed on some fucking list or something, dude.
I don't know. I mean, I try to just tell like it is. Like, yeah, the
B Master doing his thing, buzzing
The Bee
around.
Master.
what did I say? Did
It's
I say
Friday.
something?
You're about to go start a fire. What else? What else?
Thanks for the support, everybody. And join the Endless Ranters Facebook group. Come join us for happy hour every Friday, almost every Friday.
You really should.
Yeah, I wish more people outside of the norm would come figure out that we drink and have fun on Fridays.
Mhm.
Again,
Like we're
look up
judgmental, but we're the good kind of judgment.
We're the
we're the
good
fun
kind.
kind.
Yeah,
We're the fun kind. Guys, look how big
try to
this
keep it
cat
real in our
is
judging.
compared to like me.
It's overpowering you.
My mom had like a 21 pound cat.
It's keeping you pinned down.
Yeah.
That's a big ass cat.
It is.
Yeah, she's a big girl. She's a baby still.
It's a show mascot.
My mom had this cat. It was all black and it had biceps, like and like triceps. It was it was like
Yo,
a
the
car. It
cat
was
was
like
juicing. I
I've
don't care
seen
what anybody
muscular cats.
says.
yeah.
They're
I don't know what it was
black
doing,
cats
but
too.
it looked like the bulldog from the Tom and Jerry cartoons when it like walking
Yeah.
around would be like boom, 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 like you're a cat. What are you doing? It was
That
very
cat.
sweet. It was very sweet too, but it was like
It was
it was
sweet
like it
because
was ripped. This
it
cat was
knew it could
ripped.
fuck you up. It'll
It
lull
was
you
ripped.
into a false sense of security and then claw your eyes out when you got close to it.
Nah, this guy was more like a Lou Ferrigno. Like I don't think he could really fight.
Mm.
Kind of dumb.
Definitely
Okay.
couldn't hear you coming. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, like but just ripped, like naturally ripped. Like what? Yeah.
Naturally, that's a good one.
We're gonna announcing our new podcast, Cat Talk. And
I'm
this
in.
Randers Cat Talk.
Hosted by Kwana. This has been in the works for forever now.
That one will air
Yeah.
on Wednesdays.
There you
We'll
go.
have a
You've heard
happy hour before.
everybody, you've heard of the Puppy Bowl, but have you heard of the Endless Rainers halftime cat bowl show? Where we just like we like point lasers on walls for cats. And
Yeah.
We take
Yeah.
bets.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, that would be even better. They should do a cat bowl because puppies, they can't control these puppies at all. You know, these
Oh,
but like cats, if you have a laser pointer, you can make them kick
sure.
field goals, you can make them score touchdowns, you can make them
Yeah.
like do sack quarterbacks,
For sure.
break some ACLs, you know,
For sure.
crush some knees, concuss other cats,
Mm,
you know,
yeah.
with a
oh,
laser
God.
pointer. That's all you need. Some laser
Yeah,
pointers, some catnip.
That's all you need. It's on. It's on. And you know what? It's like Beth Stern does the puppy bowl, but she literally is like the cat lady. Anyways,
Oh,
it's a long story.
yeah, cats are much more violent than dogs.
Yes. Destructive for sure. I will say my Amazon boxes, I'll cut off the flaps and I'll just like leave a box. And this cat, she'll chew the whole box apart, like just anyways. Sorry.
Yeah, and they got also cats are like on the spectrum too with that stuff. You know what I mean? Like they'll just be like, I'll just spend 48 hours on this box.
Yep. Yep. Uh-oh.
Anyway,
All
All
right,
right,
y'all.
you guys. Good
thanks for the
night.
support. Do what you
Thanks for
want.
watching, everybody.
Get it
Do what you
on.
want.
All that.
It's Friday.